How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to ChefWhale. My name is David.
And I'm Morgan.
And today we're reviewing Sour Melon Drop by Bath & Body Works. No spoilers, but this is one that we even hesitated to burn in this house. Every time we take a whiff, we're smelling something different. This is one of the prettier labels I've ever seen from Bath & Body Works.
Yes.
She loves green. It's her absolute favorite color. This is a very aquatic feeling candle. Seeing these big, heavy brush strokes all around this wraparound label. It's just something that's very visually stimulating to me. It's just so pretty and it's so simple and it works so well with what the actual candle name is. Morgan, you tell us what you think of this label.
I agree with you on a lot of it. It's very vibrant. It's perfect for summer. You mentioned earlier like having an aquatic vibe. I think this is beachy, but also not overly themed here.
It's very seaweedy, I think.
Yeah, it's going to fit into a lot of different types of decor. So kudos to whoever designed this at Bath & Body Works. I think this label, the entire collection is so gorgeous. If I had to nitpick on anything, would be the lid. Yeah. The lid's a kind of pretty boring gold that shows the fingerprints, but again,
at least it's
not a big deal to me.
I feel like if you did put a busy lid on this, it would just be a little bit too much going on with the candle, unless you did something neat, maybe continue the brush stroke into the actual texture of the lid.
Right.
But for the most part, this is one of those candles where like a plain lid kind of fits what's going on here.
Yeah, this is, even out of the entire collection, visually, this one is my favorite.
It's
but
number one.
Because David mentioned, green is my favorite.
Yeah, now the smell. So, this is a candle that I don't even have open, and I can smell it.
Can you guys smell it through the camera?
You could probably smell this. This is a candle that is sat in our bag, probably 3 feet from where we sit on the couch every single night, and we can still catch whiffs of it, which has never happened for any candle that we've ever bought that I can remember.
Lid is on.
Lid's on. It's not cracked.
It's packed away.
There has been times where Morgan's turned around at me and looked at me and just be like, I can smell that sour melon drop candle.
I've literally told him multiple times, like, we need to move that candle further away from us.
Seriously. It's just all around one of those candles that will make its presence known.
Right. So, officially, what are the notes, David?
Yeah, so the notes of this candle are juicy candied watermelon, sour green apple, bursting honeydew melon with essential oils. Bursting honeydew melon, that just sounds really cool to me. I don't know. Like somebody pitching a honeydew melon, somebody just blasting it with a baseball bat or something. That's about what it feels like when it hits your nose. To me, I don't know if you remember L'Oreal Kids shampoo.
That's such a good call out.
It smells just like that shampoo. It smells like Gushers, like any pack of Gushers. Fruit by the foot. It's dead on when it says candied watermelon.
Every artificial candy flavor under the sun.
Any type of artificial watermelon candy, that's what I'm getting here. And I don't hate it. Usually, I am not a candy person. The furthest I go with candy really is like gummy bears, chocolate. So when you start talking about those Sour Patch Kid, watermelon candies, or Gushers, or whatever it is that I'm picking up in this, it's really nostalgia for me because I can remember those days of enjoying that kind of candy. And me being in my 30s, it's not anything that's in my diet, but I still really kind of appreciate the smell on cold. This is something that I can imagine cracking and thinking, I never want to burn this. This is one of those candles that I would keep for the label to go right on our mantle, to bring a pop of green into the living room. This is not anything that I would buy a wallflower for. It's not anything I want my bedroom to smell like. So if it were me, if this label wasn't so good, I would return this thing in a flash. I would appreciate its smell. So next year, if they bring it out, I'm going to pop it open in the store, and that's where I'm going to leave it. It's not anything I'd ever buy. This is a total swap candle for me. I just don't think that this is going to be anything that really tickles my fancy. I think this is different from pink watermelon candles. It's different from the watermelon lemonade.
Yep.
Those to me had a little bit of artificial watermelon smell, which I think is fine. I don't really know if anything ever really smells just like watermelon. I'm kind of going on, but I mean, you guys get the general idea of how I feel about it, Morgan.
I do not like this candle at all. This is my favorite jar visually. This is an immediate return to me. When I sat on my couch and could smell this as it is closed 3 feet away from me, I don't even want this in my living room for other people to smell. It's just too strong for me. Yeah. For those of you who are familiar with Bath & Body Works Cucumber Melon, like lotion smells, that classic line that they have, this is that scent times 1,000 and add a sour candy note to it.
Like warheads.
Yes, exactly. Like to the point where like even just holding it, I'm dreading shoving my nose in here, but I'll do it for you. This makes my mouth water involuntarily. Like you said, almost like you're anticipating putting a warhead in your mouth. I can't. So I can really only imagine if you're a really big fan of cucumber melon and you've got a giant house that you want to fill with this entire smell.
Or if you want to peel the paint off the walls.
Exactly. Then this is the candle for you, which by all means, go for it. Everyone's got their own taste. Yeah. It's just not for me. And like David, we're going to burn it. We're going to see how it goes. I still doubt that I'm going to like it.
But who knows?
It will probably smell like this for the next
for days.
month.
Yeah, this is one of those candles I anticipate absolutely hating burning this. I think the throw is probably going to be off the charts. I think it's going to be a 12 out of 10 because the throw on it for cold is stronger than I've ever smelled. And we've been in this candle thing for like, what, 2 years, 3 years, something like that.
It is insane.
This is number one as far as cold throw. I've never smelled something like this before. This hits all the notes for artificial watermelon. If you love that, you will love this candle. This is a slam dunk as far as it being on cold. I just feel like we're kind of running in circles at this point, so let's go burn it. We'll come back probably green in the face, but let's try it. So I thought it burned pretty well. There was a nice pool of wax. The wicks burnt just fine. There wasn't any soot. This was fine. It was clean. The burn was exactly what you want out of one of these candles.
Let's talk about smell.
It was a wallpaper peeling smell, just like we thought.
It was exactly as I had feared. I am sticking with my pre-burn rating here, where that is an immediate return for me. In our little 8x8x8 room, as David mentioned, it was like wallpaper peeling. We could literally smell it out 20 feet in the other room.
So I feel like it's going to be in the vast crevices of my sinuses for like the next week. We were sitting on the couch when we first started that burn, and that sour note to it really nestles deep. It gets up in your sinuses.
The best analogy that I can think of is if you took like 14 cucumber melon car air fresheners, put them in your car in the middle of the summer heat for multiple days, and then got into your car, it blasts you. It's not a 10 out of 10. It's like a 20 out of 10 for like strength.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see like what it's going to be like to wake up tomorrow morning and see if we can still smell it as much as we can.
All of our bedding will smell like cucumber melon for the longest time.
Yeah. For me, I did not hate it. It's such a weird one for me. I thought that I would hate this candle. This just isn't something I want to smell like that. And I kind of still feel the same way where it's like, yeah, no, it wasn't off-putting like I thought it was going to be. It was certainly not what I'm looking for out of a candle, but it's not at that return level for me. Kind of not a bad one to go with. If you are a fan of watermelon, I would put this higher than watermelon lemonade and pink watermelon.
The strongest true watermelon smell I think we've
true watermelon as in like artificial. Yeah. The day someone comes out with a candle that's like when you bust open a watermelon, you get that first fresh cut grass sweet smell. That's a no-brainer for me. This one, I just really didn't hate it. And I could certainly understand the hype. People love it. People love this candle.
I mean, if you love fruity type candles, I can see why you would love this. I think for me, if the strength of this candle was toned down by about half, I may have had a very different opinion. But for me, it's really, it's just kind of like a knock you out type smell that is so off-putting to me.
It's gonna be really funny though, because in my mind I keep thinking like, hey, yeah, if I'm in my office and I'm working, this is a nice like summer candle that if Morgan doesn't want to smell, I can just burn it while I'm working. But this isn't one of those candles, because like if I do that, she's sure as hell gonna smell it. So I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really fit that well with what we like. It doesn't really fit well with our lifestyle. Like if you've got like a big ass house, yeah, I could see this being something one person could enjoy with the other person being spared.
As long as they're on the complete opposite ends of the house.
Yeah, exactly. But this one, like for living close quarters, like in an apartment or in a townhome or something like that, definitely could see it being a problem. For me, I love the label. I don't hate the smell. I love watermelon. As far as a rating, I'd probably give it a purchase. It's nowhere near a double up. I think it's just not a candle that you really need two of, unless this is just your jam. If you smell this and you're like, that is the best smell, then yeah, you're going to double up
Then
on this
go
candle.
run and
Yeah.
grab this candle.
Because I do think that this is the best watermelon scent that they've got. But it is just such a paint peeling candle. We burnt it for all of what, an hour maybe?
Yeah.
And that was kind of enough.
That is a positive, this candle. It really, you do not have to have it burning a long time to get really a good value out of it. This will last you a long time.
If you're one of those 2650 people and you don't really care about buying these candles at a sales price, this is a value candle. You really only need to burn this for a few minutes and you can get what you need. Otherwise, you might pass out. I don't know. But I already know you hate this. This is a return. This is a do not even buy candle for her.
Yeah. Which is so sad because I will say to date, it's got my favorite label.
It's exactly what you thought your experience with this was going to be. And for me, I didn't hate it as much as I thought. I thought that this just was not a candle smell that I ever wanted. Like, it's a buy for me. I would buy it on a sale. Honestly, I'd buy all these candles on sale. I love candles, but not $26.50 for a single candle.
We've not found a full price candle that we love yet.
No. Well, a perfect Christmas. Perfect Christmas, but well, you guys will hear all about that later on this year. That's our review on Sour Melon Drop. Let us know what you think. Do you love the label? Do you love these paint strokes? Miss that L'Oreal shampoo smell? Let us know. Stop. God damn it.
Are you?
Are
Are you? Are you?